What's up, my Chic fam? Welcome back to Chez Jaclyn. I'm Jaclyn. Today I'm taking you guys on the grand adventure of what is my guest bath. And I want to put a disclaimer out there that this did not take one singular day, couple weeks. No, girl, it took like months. And I'm so embarrassed to say how many months. This is going to be part one of a series. And I'm going to be taking you guys through product knowledge, stuff that I use to install, and regrets and mistakes that I've made. This video, I'm going to be showing you guys demolition, just starting out, plumbing stuff that I did. And with all that being said, let's get into it. My home was built in the 90s, as you can tell of the construction. It is just very old school. This is what my bathroom looked like before. I actually painted this. I chose these colors and I painted these birds. Please don't judge me. I had no experience. I had no idea what I was doing and I thought this was a good idea. I also wasn't a fan of this arch situation because I thought it took up way too much space and it wasn't giving me anything. I do love the architectural moment, but I wanted to gain as much space as I possibly could. My vision wasn't to make this a powder room, it was to make it a full functioning bath. Okay, that's really loud, so I'm not gonna let you listen to that. But real life, this is what it is. It's loud, it's messy, everything's everywhere. And when you're demoing stuff, you don't really know what you're gonna find behind the walls, underneath the tile. Sometimes you find floor on floor on floor. Luckily, this wasn't the case with us. At this point in time, I had no idea how I was gonna format this entire bathroom. Demoing was just trying to get everything out of the way, all of the old materials out, and really just start from bare nothing. Now,
can you go grab the ladder in case he needs to do?
For copyright purposes, I have to VO this part, but essentially what I'm talking about is our idea on removing this wall. So we had to figure out if it was a load-bearing wall or not. And what that means is if there was any weight of the house being loaded on this part of these beams right here. So the thought was to get these studs here on the side, move those over, eliminate the entire door frame, and push it towards where the arch was. When you're tearing down walls, you never just want to go ham and go crazy because you don't know what's behind there. Here we had electrical on the side, so when we tore the wall, we were really careful when we did it. And there was also a water supply line right here. And had we just gone crazy poking holes everywhere, we could have damaged something. These little things that you don't think would be that much of a conversation turn out to be, okay, how are we going to find a solution for this? And that's what the biggest thing that I learned in doing this entire process. Taking this out. I underestimated how long these things would take. The thought came across that we could just do small updates, but I could not keep this vanity. I mean, it was old, it was dingy, it was falling apart. I mean, it was just gross. She had to go. To give a little bit of context, this was where the original door was. And this is where I was trying to make it. Sometime later, I had given some thought as to what I wanted to do. My thought was to maximize the space as much as possible. So this is my little drawing of what I kind of had an idea for. It took a little bit of time, but I had somebody come out and check to see if this wall was a load-bearing wall. It turns out it wasn't. I had them joist what they needed to and redo the framing. We had pushed it all the way out to the arch like I had originally wanted. Thinking about it now, in feng shui purposes, I would have rotated the toilet and the shower, but hey, c'est la vie. So because this is the ground level, we have to now jackhammer. Oh my gosh, was this a pain in the ass or what? I hated this. This was the worst part of this part, just because jackhammering, if you've ever done it, it is so hard. The machine itself is extremely heavy, and trying to be very precise in what you're doing is even harder. They are. Julie, did that hole already? Yeah, and I forgot to tell you, it sounds completely awful. Like, it hurts your ears. It's just so loud. The reason why we had to do this is because we are adding a shower. There was no plumbing to it. So we had to break the entire concrete and create a pathway, new plumbing for the shower drain. Now you can pay somebody to do this for you, but this was so labor intensive. We saved like $1,000 just doing it ourselves. And renting the machine wasn't expensive. So after we jackhammered, now we enlisted professional plumbing help. Yeah, construction and like this type of work is just very loud, so I will spare your ears. But what we're doing right now is we are putting holes in the studs so that way we can put new piping, and this is going to be for the sink. We had to put sister studs next to these things just so that everything can be really secure and stable, and this part is going to be where the shower drain goes.
This one worked out. I was worried about this.
I was worried about this too.
No way, I had to remove those 2x4, so that's good. But it coming through here, it's gonna be good. He got a little close to this one, but that's fine.
Oh, that's got no support right there.
There's a nail right here. There's a nail right here. Right there.
Can you shine the light in this hole? I want to see what this is right here. Wow.
That's the petri dish for the shower drain. Come on.
So they put all of the plumbing in, they created a new flange for the toilet, made sure the canal to the shower was good, and now we're refilling it with leftover concrete so that's easier to fill up, and then we can support the surrounding plumbing. I didn't get this part on film, but we did install PEX plumbing, which you kind of see in the background, the red and the blue tubes. That's what that is. One of the main things that just flat out sucks is all of the dust. I would definitely recommend getting a shop vac sooner. I didn't get one till later, much later, but the dust is insane. It gets on everything and everywhere. Even when you put tarp and enclose the space, dust is just relentless, and it gets in every crevice, any corner. It's awful. Showing you guys this part was really important to me because I feel a lot of times it's very underestimated at how long projects like these take. I wanted to give you a real life idea of this process in particular and how substantial amount of time you're gonna have to sacrifice to be without a bathroom, especially on the ground level. And if you're planning to do this too, this is reality check of what you're gonna have to go through. This was the PEX plumbing that I was talking to you about earlier. Here we're really mapping out where we want everything to be, the shower head, the shower handle, the knobs. And this is the part that I want to stress out at how meticulous you have to be with every single measurement. You have to know exactly where you want it because you cannot undo this step. Once the walls are up and tile is on, that's it. Transitioning over, we're going to be working on electrical. I got all of this stuff at Home Depot. I got these light switches, and these were the pocket lights that I landed on, and this is the Romex cable that I used to even make this possible. I did hire out help for this, but does it count if it's your brother? I don't know. So I've already planned where I wanted the new electrical to go, so we are just replacing everything. Rerouting where the old vanity light was, and we're extending it towards the new vanity, which is going to be by the sink area. First things first, of course, making sure it's safe to even touch any of this stuff with the power being off. So we're doing a couple things. We are replacing this gang box, but we are also adding another light switch into this so we can operate the vanity light, a secondary light, and the fan.
Good. Nobody's gonna die today, hopefully.
Tell them. Tell them, not today.
Not today, Sadie.
Not today?
Not today.
So he's adding a junction box right here, so the electrical current will meet here, say hello, hey, how you doing, and they will disperse where they're supposed to. I won't be able to see this, or I won't need to access this when it's all closed up. Number 77, spread eagle. So this is the cable that's going to be for the vanity, so when we flip the switch, this is what's going to turn on. As you can see right here, you see the PEX pipes, which is the red, the blue. That's going to be the hot and cold water for the sink vanity area. It always looks more complicated when you're mixing original wiring and then adding the new. Finally, we're mounting the light switch box on the stud by the door, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, at least learned something, kind of a peek into what I've been dealing with. Don't worry, there's plenty more to come. If you've made it this far, I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will check you guys in the next one. Bye!